A God-sent man wouldn't do that.
I can be.
You wouldn't tempt me like the devil unless you was him. Who you calling crazy?
I need somebody who's gonna check me, you know? Grab me by my neck, throw me against the wall. Put me in my place from time to time. Got me thinking like, oh, this nigga to kill me? I love like that. And you are not that type. I mean, you are hella reliable and responsible. And women love that. I like it. I don't love it.
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? It's your favorite everything. And today, guys, I'm coming at you with a review of a movie I just watched called Toxic. Now, this movie, a lot of you guys, including myself, can relate to it, about the trials and tribulations as a single man, a man of age. I'm talking about all you 30 plus men. You men in your 20s probably encounter these things too. But a man 30 plus is going to go through a lot of these toxic situations like this story here. And I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Now, this story, you could call it a dark rom-com, a dark romantic comedy. And it follows the story of a young man, 32 years old, named Ron. Now, Ron, he's in the construction business and he's independent. He's got his own, but he's just out there trying to find love like a lot of you guys are, right? But he is not having success. He's coming across a lot of women that are toxic. Now, not unlike myself, he runs into these women who have their own issues. A lot of these women claim to be seeking love, but they aren't emotionally available. Now, Ron is what a lot of us would call a simp, very naive. He's a good guy that's just looking for love. But this movie shows how hard it is and the temptation and the difficulty when you're just trying to find something real. And throughout this movie, we see Ron's encounters with a lot of different women. A lot of these women, as I said, aren't emotionally available. A lot of these women are looking at him as just some guy that they can use for money, some guy that's not poised enough, or he's just looked at by some as just too good of a guy. And they want a roughneck. They want a guy that is emotionally unavailable, a guy that gives them butterflies and a roller coaster. Basically, they want the ups and downs, and you'll see this throughout the movie and how each time, each encounter he has with a woman that he tends to like, somehow it goes wrong. And it makes you wonder, when we talk about and women talk about there's so many different good guys, women are talking about there's so many good women out here. But as I was watching this movie, it just came to mind like, this is crazy. I can't be the only one. So shout out to Eric Brown and Cinnamon Brown for producing this movie and telling the story of a young man that has to go through these things. Now, throughout this movie, we see him with these different relationships, trying to show up and be positive, but he eventually encounters a woman that takes him on a roller coaster ride that I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but it is something that makes you think. Like, you ever been in a relationship, guys, where you're like, how did I get myself into this? This woman is too good to be true. You end up making decisions that aren't the best, and when you get into the relationship, you give too much or you move too fast, the woman starts to exhibit certain behaviors. And throughout this movie, we will see that. And we will see how the legal system in America is weaponized by women. And the man gets the short end of the stick. And it can drive some men overboard. And this is what you'll definitely see. So if for any of you guys who have been through it, been through the legal system, having to deal with police and things like that, then this is definitely a movie you should check out. At certain parts, as I was watching it, I was like, bro, it angers you as a man, and you start to feel sorry for this guy because you can tell he just wants to find the love of his life in this movie, but it just doesn't turn out that way. And as you're watching it, you guys will see a lot of comedic relief. Some of you may look at it as satire at the end of the day, but I think it's much needed, even though it's considered a dark rom-com. the comedic relief of it is needed, because a lot of these situations, and including the story times that I've done in the past, there's a lot of comedy that a lot of you guys will say that this can't be real. But as you know, guys, real life is stranger than fiction. And this is just another case of that. As we're watching them, because a lot of you guys like me, as you're watching Ron in this movie, you will see a lot of him in yourself. And I know I did. Because I'm not one of those guys that were just like, I did everything right. And you'll see this in here as well, because it's just like, what am I doing wrong? And you can see at times with him, he's questioning, what am I doing wrong in this situation? Why is it that I'm trying to show up, be a good guy, I'm trying to be good to these women, I'm trying to be the perfect boyfriend, but it's like I'm being dismissed. They're trying to use me, they're insulting me. And you'll see a lot of these concepts that as men, when we're dating, that we come across with women, including gaslighting, control, manipulation, insults, trying to push your buttons. And the key is to remain grounded, remain centered, remain calm, which is what I always tell you guys you should be doing. And we see Ron exhibit these qualities in certain situations in this video, even though a lot of guys wouldn't have been that same way. They wouldn't have conducted themselves in that same manner. And that is unfortunate. But you can see, and for the ladies that's watching too, you can see how a man will go overboard, or a man can lose it in a split second based upon a woman pushing his buttons. So I applaud the writer, the director, and the creators of this story for, even though it's satire at times, even though it's over the top, is what I'll say about this movie, they did put some reality into it based off of the experience. Because when they wrote this, they were like, okay, I've experienced this. Someone had to have gone through this. But women don't view it. They'll view it through a different lens. So another part of this movie that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention is that love will show up when you're not looking for it. Resistance makes things stronger. When you try to actively look for something, it's going to run from you. That's how it is. If you just remain centered, calm, it'll just fall in your lap. And that's a beautiful thing to know, that when you're out there dating, the more you're trying to, I need to find somebody, I need to find somebody, I need to give my mom grandkids, I need to have a wife, I need to do this, it's going to be fleeting. It's going to be fleeting. It's going to run from you. It's not going to happen the way you would like it to happen. Just being honest. So I'm not going to give away the ending. I encourage you guys to watch it. It is available on Amazon Prime and Apple. The links will be pinned below, as well as the creators and the director. I'll have all the information plugged below for you guys to check that out as well. For everyone watching right now, men and women, I highly encourage you guys to click the link below. Check this out, because this is one of those films that I could see, and a lot of you guys have had to endure what Ron had to go through in this situation. And you'll see how the ending turns out, because as I said, real life is stranger than fiction, man. So all in all, to take away from this, guys, stay centered. When you're dating, you date with intention. Set boundaries. Don't be naive. See the red flags, and don't overlook the red flags, because as you'll see in this movie, Ron overlooks a lot of red flags in women, and you'll see how these women conduct themselves, man. But hey, check it out. Let me know what you guys think after you watch it. Like I said, you can watch it on Amazon Prime and Apple right now. Go check it out. Give me your feedback. And with that being said, listen, it's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.